So, hi guys, I'm Zion, and this is going to be a commentary about my gaming history. I guess I'll just jump right into it. When I was 6, I got a Nintendo 64 and Super Mario 64. And I remember getting to the top of the mountain where you fight Big Babam, the first real boss of the game, and I remember starting thinking, oh, this is going to be awesome. And then the music started, and I ran up to my parents' room like a little girl. I was terrified of that music. And then a couple days later, I went back and I tried it again. I beat him, and I was so proud of myself. Oh, it was awesome, I said. And I've been a gamer ever since. And not long after that, I got Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, and that game, along with Final Fantasy VII, which I'll get to in a moment, are games I can go back to again and again and again and play again. And they don't get old for me. There's some of the few games that simply do not get old. You know, Team Fortress 2 even got old for me. And so I played Ocarina of Time to death. I was horrible at it, and that's, coming from an 8-year-old, that's not too much of a stretch to say, I don't think. And I remember finally beating it and thinking, that was awesome, let's do that again. And at the time, the water temple, it was not really that big of a deal to me. It was part of the game and I accepted it. Going back, the interface was awful. You had to go, press start, put on the iron boots, press start, take off the iron boots, back and forth, and back and forth. Navi didn't even bug me. I thought she was a cute little fairy, like, hey, listen, all that. So, I played that for ages. I got Super Smash Brothers. I got Majora's Mask, which was creepy as hell, but I was older then, so I wasn't scared of that. And then I got a PlayStation, a PS1, and the first game I had for that was I honestly don't even remember, but I remember walking into Blockbuster because that store was still around. Do the math, and seeing Final Fantasy VII on the shelf, and I said, "Oh, this game must be shit. I'm not gonna like that at all. It's just stupid." But later on in the week, on a whim, I said, I'll pick it up. Well, there goes 80 hours of my life, because even though the game itself is, I don't know, maybe 40, 50 hours long, I played it twice. So, I love that game, and even though I think the story, parts of it, they stole from 6, mechanics, some of them they did better in 9, some of the characters were better in 8, some of the characters were better in 9, that was, being my first Final Fantasy experience, that was just one of the best games I could have ever played, and if it's nostalgia that's keeping me, as it keeps me playing it and not getting tired of it, fine. If it's the quality of the game that keeps me playing it, fine. I don't honestly care because the game is so good, at least in my own opinion. So going off of what I said, I did play 8, I did play 9, I did play 10. I was a PlayStation fanboy for God knows how long, and eventually it got to the point where I needed something else. I mean, I got a PS2 when it came out, and that was awesome. It was like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. Armored Core 2, one of the best mech games I've ever played. Take it for granted, I'm still, 2, 12, 13, 14 at this point. So, I played Armored Core 2 to death, even though the final boss in that game I had to cheat to beat, because From Software bosses are impossible to beat if you suck at games, and at that point I did suck at gaming. So, I played Armored Core 2, Final Fantasy X comes out, I was ecstatic about that and played that all to death. Thought the story was wonderful, and I got an Xbox I think it was that summer, or maybe the next Christmas after PS2, and I got a GameCube as well. But at the time there's nothing for Xbox when I got it, because it had just come out. I thought this is really cool, but there's nothing here. I didn't get into Halo or any of the Call of Duties or anything like that for quite some time, and eventually it got to the point where I simply didn't play my Xbox. There was nothing for me to do on. Played Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic, of course, but other than that, I was pretty sparse on my gaming. Then, I think I got the PS3 before I got the 360, and I got Killzone 2, and I played that game absolutely to death. That was my first real entry into the multiplayer space, and I loved it. I was shit at it, but it was great. I loved the fact that there was other people playing against me. It was the first. That was how I discovered YouTube. Incidentally, I was looking for Killzone 2 videos. So you have Killzone 2 to thank for my Battlefield 3 videos. So thanks for watching, guys. I'm probably going to be uploading a little more regularly, at least for the foreseeable future, as finals are over. I've graduated from college, woo, and I'll be playing more games. So I'll see you then.